Hello guys, today I will be explaining to you guys how to unlock Dove 2 because you guys are still asking me, and yeah, I didn't make a video on it. And also I will be showing you guys the combo and how to counter Dove 2. Okay, so from this fountain you are going to want to turn over here, and you see this giant mirror over there? Yeah, like with the clock, you want to go over there. Once you are at the mirror, go in it and it will teleport you to this map, the cake lair. Then you're gonna want to go right in my direction right here. And you see this big hill with the house, you want to go to the house over there. Once you are up this hill right here, you want to go talk to this stick lady, and she will ask you if you want to awaken your Dove 1 to Dove 2. The requirements are to have killed Katakuri 3 times to have your Dove to level 300 and to have 30 titles. Okay, now for the Katakuri boss, it's a bit complicated because you have to wait 30 minutes after the cake queen spawned for it to spawn. So you have to be in this dimension right here, and the boss will spawn like in the middle, and you need to be using dough and kill the Katakuri boss to fill in the requirements to awaken dough. For the 30 titles part, I really recommend going for the easy titles like Beginner, Courageous, Ace, Wanted, like all the first few titles that are really easy to get. And bounty titles nowadays are really easy to get if you're good at PvP, so like try to get like at least the Warlord title. And lastly, the requirement to reach level 300 with Dove 1, it's quite simple but not easy. You need to be dedicated to it to level your dough all the way to level 300, but I do recommend using a macro to level it up automatically. Guys, let's move on to the full true Dove 2 combo. So the last one I've shown in my last video, it's a semi-true combo because of the fact that I did power dough and M1 into the grilled lance. This is semi-true, meaning that half the time the game will let you do it without the opponent being able to escape, and the other half of the time the opponent will just be able to block through it. Okay, now let me show you the combo. You want to start by holding the grilled lance fully and then elastic lasso, then directly do oblivion, then activate power dough and jump into the blazing storm, and then you don't M1, but then you can M1 after the grilled lance if you want some extra damage. Then you do your scorching buzzcut, and that is the end of the true combo. Now sometimes your opponent will stay on the ground, so you will be able to continue with oblivion and it's basically gonna be true. But if they fling, if you want, you can try and hit them after they get flung. Next, let's move on to the part of the video where I tell you guys how to counter Dove 2. For this, I will describe for each move how to counter it. Okay, so for grilled lance, unless you're a leopard that can Rokugan on it, the best thing to do is try to avoid it, because if you get hit by this thing, you are in for a whole combo, and you do not want to get comboed by Dove 2. Okay, so to counter the second move, the best thing to do is to use a move that will counter it when your opponent brings you to them. So you see, I bring my opponent to me, and while your opponent does that to you, you want to like hold a move or do a move that can directly counter them if you get close to them, you know what I mean? Now for oblivion, there is no counter because when your opponent does this move, either you're in a combo or either it's too late to do anything, because this move is really fast and If you try to avoid it, I mean, good luck with that. You're already within the range, so you're probably gonna get hit, and it's unblockable, so you can't really do anything about it. Also, it has no end lag. It barely has any end lag, and as you can see, the range is quite good for a move like that. Now, power though activation is not really counterable because it activates like within 0.75 seconds. But what you want to try to counter is when your opponent M1s, because these M1s barely stun. So spam a move if you're getting M1'd by it. Now, Blazing Storm has no counter to it unless your opponent misses. If your opponent misses, this move has a huge amount of end lag, so obviously you are going to want to hit them with a move that you can start a combo with. Finally, for the Scorching Buzzcut. Now, when your opponent tries to go on you and do this, since it doesn't have a huge hitbox like the Doe V1 version, it's less dangerous, so you can jump like at the last second and surprise them by using a move. But if you want to be safe, then just jump right away and use a move, but they're probably just gonna unhold it and block. Okay, now let me just give those who want to use the V2 a little bit of gameplay tips, you know what I mean? So, if you guys want to start a combo with the V2, do not use any other move than the one skill, except if you're fighting a noob. Why is that? Because every single other skill is either punishable or it's just gonna be a waste. Like if you try to start a combo with Oblivion, you're probably never gonna get close enough to do it unless you are, but I just don't recommend it. Always go for Grilled Lance first and hold it if you can, because when you hold it, it becomes unblockable. Also, when you get them with a stun, make sure to do as much damage as possible as fast as possible. For this, you really have to practice the Doe combo the right way and the true way, if not your opponent can escape. Also, be careful with the Trident M1s because these have insane end lag and they don't allow you to like use a move right after them. That was all for this video, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it and if you find the tips useful, and let me know in the comments too. Bye guys.